We're very pleased to have your company here on a Friday night from Auckland City as the whistle is blown by referee Henderson and we are underway. The ball falls, I was about to say awkwardly, into no man's land, but the Warriors do come up with it. And as you mentioned too, Richie, players like Joey Vuna and Lewis Osamia, Kane Talia have all had time up in the ISP as well. A few changes from the listed team for tonight's action. We'll run through some of those changes for you as we get to them. But the wonderful Seal at the back, Chris Seal, he is in jersey number 13, will captain the side. And it's his brother Lewis Seal. Three brothers, as mentioned, all went to St Paul's College and have all played hooker. The younger of them just 17, and has been playing Fox Championship football here in the top club competition in Auckland, in fact, many say in New Zealand. So as a 17-year-old, he's holding his own in that company and looking good as Joseph Vuna makes a tackle here on Penrith, who are just 10 metres out from their own line. Some big units in this squad, coached by David Tangata-Toa. May be familiar, particularly to our Tongan viewers. David's the assistant coach for the Tongan national side. And quite a lot of football in the European Super League, including with Hull Kingston Rovers and also the Celtic Crusaders. As we see the first penalty, let's have a look. The ball is stripped out. And the kick to the western touchline, pretty handy as well. So Penrith with the football, and I'll just look to set a stage for themselves to work from. Nice little offload late as well. And Kane Talia is in jersey number 6. Now, you've already mentioned, Rich, that he's got a lot of skill, and talking with Coach Pocklington prior to kickoff, he was not really keen to say which position he thought Kane was best suited to. What he did say is that he thinks it important that whichever position he's chosen in, Kane Talia has some experience in both the fullback, out in centres, and now at number 6. So a versatile player, and with plenty of great natural ability. One to watch out for here this evening yet again. So another tap and go. Stefano Hala, the carry, 110 kg. Stefano also takes a bit of putting away. 21 metres out from the try line. Through the hands it comes. Lock on here as well. Well, Dean Coker-Smith is with the Warriors. 12 is Jermaine Hopgood. Let's have another look at the knock on there, ball down.
Sam Martin Savage against Manly last week. A couple of nice touches. His selection of pass is just exceptional. He was a little bit behind the player. He's certainly a player that will throw the gifted ball. An extreme talent. And Stefano Hala had a great game against Manly last week with 214 metres and 18 tackles. He's had 3 charges with the ball already in this game.
Almost a whole shot there for Chanel Harris-Tavita, whose game is on the improve constantly. Aiden Ackland out. Flew, rocking around Auckland City. Here you've been carrying a little bit of it yourself through the past week, so understandably some of these players unavailable to the Auckland-based team, Richie.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shocker here in Auckland at the moment. It is certainly going around, and as you say, players are out. It gives a great opportunity for players to step up, and then you want your senior leaders in the team to really step up and lead the charge.
It's a nice carry too, first up. Yes, it's been some pretty rough and wild weather across New Zealand over the past 48 hours. And our thoughts with those of you who are watching towards the central North Island, homes without power, I suppose. In saying that, some won't be watching because of that. As we see the Warriors with the football, they push it out the back. Good D. Right in front of the post now with a great chance. Lewis Seal shuffles it to the left. His brother Chris charges onto the football. Comes up just a metre short. Pushing out to the right-hand side to Leah. He's wrapped up in the tackle of his opposite, Martin Savage.
Go last.
Harris-Tavita looking to thread the needle. It's a pretty skillful kick too. The Warriors will get another turn of possession. In fact, the teller line of offside play, and the Panthers will have the ball about 5 metres out from their own line.
Yeah, Chanel, he's kicked well, particularly on that left edge and that short corridor, and the kick chase was outstanding.
Coming through, Dave.
And again, he tried to position the ball on the posts just to get a deflection.
On the line with Chris, that's 3 in the first
Dean
5
Bloor
minutes, mate.
kicks it to the far side. Played in the Aussie schoolboy squad last year. Bloor, the halfback for Penrith, will have to be watched very carefully by the Warriors defenders. This last start here at Mount Smart Stadium, they're very handy, the best showing of the year for the home team. They're under pressure here, and out wide it comes to Daniel Brown. Stepping away from 1, 2 tacklers. Actually, the back rower Seal is responsible for his demise. He's down now 25 metres out from the line. As a run on the inside picks up Hala. Again, Seal busy as, working hard down the right side. Bloor has plenty of confidence in his runners. This time it's Caleb Aikens. Third in the running meters, Aikens. Across the competition, the crossfield kick is very well managed too by Izzy Ogden. He's away from 1, make that 2, and Ogden almost streaks away. 30 metres out from his own line with a good kick return. 5 with the ball is Popoali'i. Playing centre today. We've seen him on the wing as well. Lino Whirianga-Nofo is out, and so Gibson slots into the centre position. That allows Mark Graham his first game on the wing. 20-year-old. Played 4 or 5 games for the champion Mount Albert Lions team in the Fox Championship. Now gets his first start in the NYC. He's in jersey number 21 and is running off the left wing. So it's Seo and now Talia. And that's out on the full. Well, that standoff, more responsibilities. Richie, centre and fullback, perhaps not asked to kick as much, and it's part of the game that he will want to develop. He'll be disappointed with that early effort.
Certainly, this game has been even. Both teams just feeling each other out, and I think Kane's trying to take more responsibility and work on the channels. It was close, and I've been impressed just with his form and his running game and his passing game at the moment. He's really starting to develop.
Shrugging off the attempted tackles is Tommy Skinner.
Lock in.
Plenty of attitude on display. 35 metres from the Warriors try line, 20 in from the eastern touch line. Again, it's Hala. Doesn't shirk his responsibility, keeps that arm free. Potential to pop the pass. Martin Savage, the chip over the top. And to touch about 5 metres out from the try line. Must be difficult for Grant Pocklington. He stays, remains upbeat. And of course, they had that good run, picked up 3 wins. While they're at the foot of the table, another squad just above them with 3 wins plus 1 draw. So no chance of making the 8 now for the New Zealand-based team. It's a bit of a disappointment considering, Richie, how dominant they have been in the competition through the years. And a remarkable stepping stone for many players. The list is massive of those who've graduated from the NYC Warriors sides and playing as fully fledged NRL players. A few of them will be on show here tonight as well. A very special night, a special player as he departs for Salford. Of course, we're talking about Vativate. Many of these young men would, over the years, have looked up to him. No doubt the idol of many.
Last tackle, Marcus.
Speaking of idols, Dean Bloor, the number 7, is my man. It's Milford, Anthony Milford. Been asked whose game they like to model their own on. That's who he suggests. There he is. Chanel Harris-Tavita. Spinning effort here by Richie Muncho of Litchfield, his junior club. It's a good catchment out Penrith way too, at the foot of the Blue Mountains. 50 or so K west of Sydney.
Stay square. Go 3, 1
Rugby
marker.
league very popular out there through certain areas. And the wider area. Many good players have come through the Penrith Panthers over the years and will continue to do so. Here's a kick from Bloor. Chipping over the top, trying to catch the defenders out. Mark Graham takes hold of the football.
Let go now, let go.
It's a famous name in New Zealand Rugby League. Well, I'm pleased that the player is okay, Lee Turner. I don't know that there was any intent in it, but certainly it was a dangerous tackle and the referee is right to penalise.
I'm pretty disappointed with that because the kick was fantastic, the chase was extraordinary, but the tackle, unfortunately, a little bit too high, lifting the player above the horizontal. And the Warriors will welcome that. Get back in play.
11 minutes gone, no score.
Stand up, mate.
Third on the table.
Wait. Go. Good job, 11.
A shaky bit of a month. We'll have a look at that table for you in a moment, coming into round 19.
Play the ball. Go. 2.
And a couple of teams that haven't traditionally featured at the top of the table. Looking pretty handy at this stage. The Warriors centre field 35 metres out from the try line. Lewis Seal to Chris Seal. Cronulla Sutherland with 13 wins out of their 16 start head the table. And it's St George Illawarra. Penrith sit there with 10 wins from their 16 starts. And the Warriors have the ball as Lee Turner tries to get away. He's reeled in under the tackle of Muncho on the far side of the field. 10 metres out from the try line. Harris Tavita away from one, holds up the pass and loses possession at the same time.
Knock on here. So play the ball there.
Knock on and a Penrith feed. 10 metres from their own line.
What a tackle. What a tackle from the Penrith Panther. Reed Izzard, a fantastic tackle. Chanel Harris-Tavita had the opportunity really just to release that ball late. He was able to chime through, but it was Izzard's tackle that stopped that movement from the Warriors.
Did you ever play against those Izzard lads?
No, but certainly watched the Brad Izzard back in the day, and yeah, certainly through that 80s, late 80s. Fantastic players, and what an era.
This is Craig's young bloke, as mentioned too.
If you can't fix it, then I'm going to fix it. All right? Talk to him now. I'll give you a chance.
So there's the referee having a few words with the captain.
Sure.
The Seals had an outstanding year.
7, your mark's here. Thank you.
You've got to think he's a big chance to be picked up.
They got to get up, mate.
Going forward.
Simple as that.
Wholehearted performer. It's Joe Vuna in shot. 4-2, the penalty count at the moment. 86% completion rate so far through the first 13 minutes for the visitors. 5 metres inside Warriors territory now. The Panthers get themselves set. Going to put on the heavy work, Taylor Polder. In jersey 10, Kinesi, the two bookings here for Clark Pockington is Penrith. Looks expansive and a nice ball wide for Daniel Brown. He's looking good here and steps inside Lee Turner's tackle. There's your first try, and well-deserved too for the Panthers. And to score just to the left-hand side of the post.
Well, a simple play there from the Penrith Panthers. The winger from the Warriors, Israel Ogden, coming in off his wing. But again, it was Fialo, the big centre, just passing, tipping on that ball. And what a great effort there from Penrith Panthers to come back. Daniel Brown, his 10th try in 8 games so far this season, the second most tries in the NYC. But look at this, a lovely little play. Got the ball just ahead of the ball there, the centre Fialo, but it was enough for Daniel Brown just to get through. A weak tackle, but a good start there from the Penrith Panthers.
Well, just giving the ball some air and creating that space down the left edge. Lovely step there as he shapes up back towards the posts. Good try and a deserved try as well for the visitors. 14 minutes gone. Let's have a look at the some of the defensive work. Well, 13 tackles to Chris Seal already. He's an absolute workaholic, the back rower for the home team. On the other hand, 12 tackles for the number 13, Kenny. And Luke as well, busying himself. That's Manny Luke, who is the hooker for the Penrith Panthers. This is Bloor. teacher's aide. A lot of these young guys are looking at careers and education. Had some football for the Brothers Club and plenty of skills, this young man. Goal kicking, no doubt, one of them as well. Quarter hour game time. And 4-0 becomes 6, but with a bit of luck, I guess, off the inside of the right-hand upright. But still, it all counts. 6-0 at Manuvatuwai Stadium this evening. Round 19 at the NYC. Which is brought to you by Sky Sport, made in New Zealand, proudly. Great to have our viewers right across NZ and across the Tasman as well. So the Warriors, with the restart, the big forwards, a call to action here and across the top. Goes Taylor Powell, working hard.
12.
Another one in the book too for Seal at the back. Here's Skinner. Driven to ground under the tackle of Kinesi.
Hold, go. Tackle 2.
Luke. Izzard. Driven towards touch. Joseph Vuller tries to drive the skipper across the line on the far side. On the halfway line, though. Izzard to his feet eventually. Block. Lovely ball. Here's Tom Skinner. And a strip as well. Cleverly done. I thought almost stripped there by Jerome Mamia. But Skinner comes up with the football. 25 out from the line. There's a big chance for Penrith to go back-to-back in 5 minutes. 6-0. 16 minutes gone. Up it goes off the boot of Bloor. Steady at the back, Turner. And belted for his trouble.
In the field of play, in the field of play.
He'll remain in the field of play, so he handled the pressure well. Papali'i steps in from the centres, finds himself 10 out from the try line. Now it's settle down time for the Warriors.
Up together. Here we are, Panthers. Go. Marcus good. That's 3.
We'll show and go here from Dean Coker-Smith.
Let go.
Short of the 30. 25 in from the eastern touchline. Kinesi pops the pass out late through Seal to Lear and now Mamia. Jerome steps back on the inside. Well, he's accounted for too, 10 short of the halfway line.
Really been impressed with the Panthers front row, and Harlan and Skinner have been just fantastic. 8 runs already from Harlan. It is a mistake.
A mistake is right. Izzard has control of the football now. He's to ground 18 metres from the line. A big chance here for the Panthers. They really want to capitalise here. A mistake by the Warriors. It's Bloor and now Skinner. Put away by Powder. Right in front of the posts now. The Penrith Panthers. Martin Savage. Nice ball out to the back.
6 off the ball.
Aikens.
Wait here, 1 foot. Go. 3.
A looping sort of a pass. Izzard isolated. Easily accounted for, but plenty of pressure here on the home team.
Release 8. Release. Lock in. Go for 8. You're not straight. 8.
Luke down the right side. Bloor. Nicely weighted pass. Coker-Smith reads the play nicely.
Go.
Some danger there momentarily. Bloor goes with a cross-field kick, showing that he's got a few strings to his bow. Offside, Warriors come up with possession. Sigh of relief for the home team.
Well, very much a sign of relief there for the Warriors, and another nice kick there from Bloor. Pinpoint, and a good challenge there from the Warriors to get up. Very lucky to get away with that. As seen Kane Talia takes the opportunity to get some yards for the Warriors. 6-0 at this point, 18 minutes gone. And as I mentioned before, their back row, particularly their front row for the Penrith Panthers, but Hopgood and Izzard and Kenny have been really damaging, and the efforts have been outstanding.
So a period of consolidation required here from the home team. 25 metres out from their own line. Round 19, NYC action coming at you this Friday evening from Auckland City. 18 short of halfway, centre field play for Seal and Kinesi. Good defence, Mene Luke.
Hold. Stand and play it. Go. Number 10, you're not
busying himself there. Luke, his 13th tackle.
Go. Marcus good.
On the right side for Talia, hoping that this kick will be better than the last. It's straight down the barrel and into the arms of Caleb Akins. Played his junior footy here in NZ for the Ortega Eagles, far from Whangarei. Kia ora to those watching up in Northland. They took it out.
Go to.
There's Talia in shot. Musefeulo gets the ball away cleverly. Luke darting forward and could have popped the pass. Two danger times there for the Warriors. On the 40-metre line, the Panthers with a head of steam up. That ball just taking the kettle off the boil slightly. With it though is Izzard. Straightens on the run, turned inside out. And hopefully Izzard is okay there. Some concern initially. Joseph Vuna folded him in half.
Tackle 4, number 11.
Nothing untoward intended, I'm sure. But Izzard in a bit of trouble here. Watch the run.
Just on the line.
It's a tough game.
Just on the 11. Just
There are inherent risks with every carry.
Referee will tell you when he plays it. Time on. Play the ball.
But still very character building, contact sport.
Bringing you in. Play on.
Trying to pop the pass, and who was there to pick it up? It's Jerome Mamir. He gets a ball that was headed a Panther way. Ends up in the hands of the Warriors now. 20 minutes gone.
Release
Make that 21, just the one try. So the home team are hanging tough here at the moment. The back rower with the carry. Skillfully, forward 10 metres. He's on the 40. Seal plays it to Lewis. This is Vuna.
13, you need to get square.
Kinesi. Good run too. Lovely carry from Kinesi. Good opportunity here for the home team as Seal comes across to Talia. And he thought about putting it into the end goal. It's snaffled, though, by Martin Savage, who streaks downfield, and no one will get young Sam Martin Savage. He will go all the way. And what looked like an opportunity for the Warriors is converted into a try by the Panthers. It's 10-0 with a kick to come.
Well, it took him forever to get to the try line, Sam Martin Savage. But it was the kick from Kane Talia. He second-guessed himself. He didn't know what he was doing. And then instead of along the ground, it went 3/4 height. A real disappointing kick. But a good chase there from Chanel coming across. Just never giving up on the chase. And it's an easy try there from the Penrith Panthers. And they go in 10-0 with a kick to come. It's a good start here from the Penrith Panthers.
Well, a bit of an experience there from Talia. And he'll be feeling a little awkward. As you say, I think he did second guess himself. He's either going to kick it through that gap or along the ground, and he ended up getting it about half right both ways. Sam Martin Savage, plenty of gas. A nice combination too that he has there with Dean Bloor. And the Warriors find themselves behind their own goal line yet again. Try number 2. So Bloor taking his time, hasn't even put the tee down. It's taking a little while.
Well, he's had to run 80 metres, Dale. Or was it Savage? Sorry, Bloor's the kick, but quite incredible, really. Two of their tries could have been avoided, and that's a disappointment, I think, for the Warriors.
Is he using a DJT? That's what we've got to know.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody does.
Let's see if he kicks like it.
There's a lot to like about this young guy's game too. A little bit of rock and roll. He's got his own style. The last one, a little bit lucky.
Well, he kicks like 73% too. Second highest point scorer in the NYC.
No problem there. Better than the first. 12-0 the scoreline. Here's your try scorer. Looks like he's got a bit of pace as well, doesn't he? Sam Martin Savage. 12-0 in the first half of the NYC. 24 minutes gone. Great to have you along too.
Make sure we're onside, boys. Behind the kick here. Stay onside. Try it.
Well, a bit of work for Talia, who has had some outstanding efforts here this season. A team that's only picked up the 3 wins. Could be feeling a bit stink about that one. He's wanting to fix things up.
Absolutely. His best performances really was against the Bulldogs when they won 36-6. It was a compelling performance by the youngster. His running game was fantastic. A couple of try assists and try himself. So he just needs to settle in, maybe allow Chanel Harris-Tavita to take more control of this game.
Certainly the kicking side of the action. One out in the full, and then that faux pas close to the line. A costly mistake. Down the right edge and looking for action as Bloor and a dummy into the hole he goes. He's got support on the right-hand side, waits to pass nicely. O'Brien too has it. 12 metres out from the try line. Coker Smith is all over him. Bloor is the first receiver. Wide for Mitch Kenny. They keep the ball hot. Caleb Aikens now with it. And to ground, 12 metres from the try line. The Warriors facing off against the blowtorch at the moment. As Martin Savage gets the ball away and the pass has gone forward. Try number 2, beckoned there for Daniel Brown, but the ball from Failo drifting forward. Some skillful play on show here, though, by the Penrith Panthers.
Well, both the halves again, Dean Bloor on the right-hand side showing inside and then a show and go. A lovely little play, and then on the left-hand side you had Martin Savage pass the ball to Failo on the left-hand edge, a big centre. Got caught up a little. He should have passed that ball earlier, but you can see the halves start to explore opportunities.
Jermaine Hopgood continues to work hard as the back rower. Kenny also getting himself involved there at the moment.
Move now. Off the arm.
That's him again in the defensive work with Martin Savage. Kenny from the Windsor Wolves feature prominently in the work there of the Penrith Panthers and the club. Into the hands of Harris-Tavita. Skims it along the Vatuvai surface, if we can call it that, and it's out 18 metres out from the try line, setting the scrum on the 20. Let's have a look at some of the stats there, Richie B.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty consistent, actually. The possession has been in favour of Penrith Panthers, 60-40 throughout this whole 26 minutes of the first half. The completions in favour of the Warriors, believe it or not, 82%, and Penrith at 69%, but they've converted opportunities with the 2 tries that they've scored. And obviously some indecision there from the Warriors, gifted them a couple of tries. So 8 missed tackles from Penrith and 12 missed tackles from the Warriors at the moment.
Well, David Tangata-Toa, the coach, will be pretty satisfied with this first half effort from his young charges.
11, stand. Marcus, wait. Go, second Marcus, square up.
Martin Savage to Jermaine Hopgood.
Up together. Off the back. Hold. Go 2.
Luke darts forward, looking down that left edge. And a knock on here from the Penrith Panthers will give the Warriors good field position and a scrum feed.
Touch from Warriors first.
And the referee has been given an indication too from the touch judge that will give the advantage here to the visiting team.
Just a little behind Savage there, Martin Savage. And Manny Luke, the number 9. Wayne Egan, I think apparently is injured or he's moved up to ISP, but certainly he was fantastic when they played last. But Luke is certainly one of those players that have got a lot of options around him, this kid.
Ravel is on for Skinner. Azard is wrapped up by Vuma. The Warriors really need to get more possession and to score next. There he is, Mitch Revel. (5-3) penalties against the home team. So Dean Bloor taking his time here. Now ready to go. Tapping goes 17, Carl Winterstein. Proud rugby league name. Carries to the 20-metre line. Luke. Martin Savage. Still alive, play on. Penrith with the ball. Quick play the ball. Skillfully done. Aikens is wheeling away. Hopgood now with it. Centre field and 8 metres from the try line. Big chance for Penrith to go for try number 3. Out wide, it's Bloor. He holds it up nicely. Then it's to Reed Izzard. And it's taken by Harris Tavita. Plenty of toe. Unable to get away though from Aikens, who picks him off. 35 metres out from his own line. The Warriors. One out running at the moment, Coco Smith. Just short of the halfway, quick play the ball. Seal and now Vuna. Good D is Harris Tavita. 15 is Swani Hufanga.
17, come on. All the way, hold. Hold.
Talia. The little ball through the Jerome Mamia too, makes his way forward to the 22. Down the right-hand side. Talia once again. They'll play that. It's okay. Penrith will have possession.
Here we are, wait. Wait.
Izzard, yes.
Up there. Up together.
3 kicks that didn't quite hit the mark here for Talia, as you mentioned. Perhaps Harris Tavita should take a bit more control. Here's Aikens.
Well, it's predominantly been on the right-hand edge, hasn't it? And Kane Talia's really going to the line and putting probably a bit more pressure than he would on himself, where he's just got to slow it down a bit and take the kicking options a little bit back from the defensive line.
Revel. 35 from the line. Pretty good nick the track here at Mount Smart, considering the amount of rain that has fallen during the past week. Vuna to ground. Just on 8.5 minutes to play here. Round 19 of the NYC. The Warriors at the foot of the table. The Penrith Panthers third. 2 good tries. Brown on the 13th minute, the left wing. Martin Savage with that long-range try. 90-metre run. Back in the 21st minute. Solid first half performance here by Penrith. Not without a bit of attitude too, the Warriors, as Seal gets to his feet down the right side. And Talia with a better kick this time around. Aikens takes it inside his own 10. It's a good look at what's in front of him, then settles it down.
14
Carey Seal is taken out by Lewis
Go. 1.
Seal.
Go 1 ref from me, mate.
18 is Troy Pulapaki.
Back 18. Oh.
Tim working hard on D, but conceding
Number 18.
a penalty as well. Not quite the start defensively that he would have been after.
Panthers, Mark's back here.
It was a good kick, and I'm really impressed with Chris Seo's tackle there. But his ability to charge through and get that kick from Kane Talia was a lot better in that set piece. But again, it's the discipline from the Warriors. A few penalties made it easy for the Penrith Panthers to come back on the front foot.
Playing his 51st game today. Chris Seal in the back row, but he and Kenny in the 13 jersey for the Panthers. Both have racked up 22 tackles here in this first half. Really busying themselves. It's Penrith now with another challenge from close range. Some fluidity in their ball work as well. But I guess these young guys would have been watching Queensland and their wonderful victory in the decider on Wednesday night. And the fluidity that was shown there as the ball went wide constantly. No doubt inspiring some of these guys too with their attitude. Here is a step towards the line. The Warriors desperate on the line to hold back Richie Munchal. So he is just a metre out to Bloor across field, threading the needle. And looking for the bounce. The Warriors fortunate to survive that one. It's been pushed dead. The restart from underneath the crossbar. Skillful play here from Penrith.
Well, that was a tackle and a half, isn't it? This little play here, Aikens just chiming through Muncho. Nearly should have gone over the line, but the desperation in defence from the Warriors was second to none. And again, Dean Bloor has got that ball on the string. really orchestrating this Penrith Panthers side around nicely with a repeat set and an extra pressure building on the Warriors at the moment.
Well, he's only made 4 tackles, but I tell you what, his contribution on attack and directing the traffic has been exemplary. He is a player of great skill and composure at the moment. Dean Bloor showing why. And remember, this team won the NYC, not necessarily with these players, but a few of them will be survivors from 2015.
Wait. Go, 2.
The Warriors now, some questions again being asked of them from close range.
Off the left.
That is a good tackle.
Go, 3.
Popaili'i moves in quickly. Martin Savage now with Winterstein. 12 out from the try line now. The Warriors will do well if they can hold this Penrith team in the last 5 or so minutes before half-time. But some pressure down the right-hand side as Izzard gets the pass away. Out wide, Muncho again. He's under pressure, and he's thrown to the ground by Joe Vuna.
Go, last.
Lots to like about what we're seeing here from Penrith. No wonder they're high on the table. The Warriors have climbed back on the inside and still alive. Here's a big chance. Little offload. Here's Winterstein spinning towards the line, and a desperate defensive effort from the Warriors keeps the attacking Panthers at bay.
Well, Lee Turner's kick, I thought they might have a knock on there, but Lee Turner's tackle was exceptional to stop Winterstein. Fantastic. He went high, put his body on the line, and was able to stop a certain try there.
Grant Pocklington, the coach of the Warriors juniors, will be really pleased that their defensive effort there on the line.
Go, 2.
And the heart that they've been showing too, because another try close to the half-time hooter. It's been a telling blow. Still in it, 12-0, 4 minutes out from half-time.
Stand up, 17.
Very impressed with the work of Lewis Seal. Sheldon Rogers gets up to play the ball. A little bit of a story about Sheldon. It's his first start with this team. He's actually back from a stint with the SG Ball from the Roosters, I think it was. And he's actually from Huntly and has been travelling up to Auckland. Huntly's produced some wonderful footballers over the years. He's been playing for the Papakura senior squad too in the Fox Championship. So getting some experience in the tough, rough and grind of Fox footy. And that's him across the top now making a tackle. 17 years of age and a name to watch out for, Sheldon Rogers. But now it's Luke.
Stand up.
His game is very similar to that of Isaac Luke, to be honest. Now Bloor, he's been the best in field today. That's gone down and a knock on. The Warriors will get the scrum feed here on the 20-metre line.
Certainly peppering that right edge. An attacker, aren't they? Bloor exploring the right edge. He runs to the line very quickly. And applies the pressure on the defence on the left-hand edge for the Warriors. And
on the line, boys.
It's going to come. It's going to rear its head again, and they're going to keep attacking that left edge.
We've got to pay some tribute to the Warriors here. They've only at 37% of the pill, but their completions at an impressive 86%. So they have made the most of the little possession that they've had. They've had to rack up 150 tackles along the way. Sure, they've missed 15 and conceded 2 tries. But at least they're keeping themselves in the game. And with 2 minutes to play, if they can hold it at 12-0, they'll give themselves a chance in the second 40. Hope you're enjoying the action. It's Manu Vatuvai Stadium. Mount Smart Stadium has been renamed for tonight's clash, as the New Zealand Rugby League public have a chance to wave goodbye to one of their favourite sons. We'll see out his career across in England, and having watched his career over the years, Salford will be enjoying his style, and let's hope he gets to see a bit more game time than we've seen in the last couple of seasons for Manu Vatuvai. A special occasion here this evening. Here's a chip looking for the regather and almost getting it too.
Up now,
the Warriors.
Take 10. Back and hold. Lock in.
Away from Troy Pulapaki. They need to stay very focused here because, as we've seen, that run from Martin Savage came from this area of the ground as well.
Let go.
Impressive carry. A lot of intent there with a charging run. It's Danny Brown. Luke peels right. Brian 2. Well, he's a bit of a hot stepper here, isn't he? 2. Really
Off him, Chris.
handful. Brian 2. Out of the St Mary's club. Talented. Martin Savage drops it off on the inside for Hopgood.
18 off the ball. Now 18. Mark straight. Give him room.
It's been good. The second rower as well, Hopgood. 18 tackles, 5 carries for him right in front of the posts.
Last tackle.
30 seconds to play until the half-time hooter. And again, the pressure on the home team as Bloor takes it across to the right-hand side. Little step on the inside, skillful. And the Warriors under the pump. Back to Bloor it comes, looking to thread the needle himself, and the Warriors will survive. Have the ball 5 metres from their own line. Joseph Vunna will be happy to just settle things down as Coker Smith does likewise here.
Get up with me, Panthers. Straight.
12 out. A decent enough performance from the home team here at half-time. Round 19 from Manuvatuvai Stadium. It's the Penrith Panthers who lead at half-time 12-0. As we await the start of the second half, Kane Talia will be wanting to make a mention. A couple of little mistakes made through that first half, kicking ones predominantly. So the second 40 underway here as the Warriors look to jar a ball loose, perhaps force a turnover, get themselves into decent field position. Swane Hufanga is the tackler. Carl Winterstein. I'm not sure if it's Stain or Stein. What about you, Richie B?
Well, I've got to say, with the Warriors, when we look in that first half, I think their fifth kick options need to improve, certainly. And I think if Chanel Harris-Tavita takes a bit more control in that kicking department, I think it'll go a long way for them to having a reasonable second half. For the Panthers, I think they've just been managed very well. Sam Martin Savage and then Bloor has been outstanding. They really have. And Luke at number 9. They've really just laid a great platform, and those 3 players have really unearthed some good attacking throws.
Lee Turner takes the ball here for Mark Graham. In from the left wing, taking midway 30 and 40. Talia turns it back on the inside for Mumia.
And now 6 and 12 together. Locking Kane.
Jerome slow to get to his feet this time around. The big unit with the carry this time is Hufanga.
Release the arm.
Big Swiley to play it. Just outside the 40 metres. Penrith's end of the ground. Seal shows it on the inside and then wraps it up.
Last tackle, get out.
Taken out on the 30-metre line.
Wait. No.
Harris-Tavita, the left foot. A little bit of cover at the back here for Caleb Aikens.
Let go now, Aiken. Hold, straight.
A big mihi to all of those for Mortaker. And Caleb played his footy with the Eagles.
Off the leg. Release the leg. Go 2, 1 marker.
His idol, surprisingly, for a fullback is Simon Mannering. All of these players asked at the start of the season to pick out players that they admire, as we see the skillful standoff once again with the football here. Just into enemy territory now.
Go, give him room.
2.5 minutes gone. It's Hopgood first, then Winterstein.
Last tackle out. 18 stand.
Fifth and final now.
Give him room. Hold 17. Hold. In the middle.
To Bloor.
13.
Sends it skyward. Allowed to bounce, which is always a little bit of a dangerous proposition. Mark Graham comes up with the football.
Marcus, go. Stay there, mate. Stay there.
Coker Smith, a ton of gas, hasn't had enough opportunity with ball in hand, Dean. Perhaps in the second half that might be forthcoming. This man also got a ton of pace, but hasn't been set loose yet. Israel Ogden. Better play here from the Warriors, and now Coker Smith punched through the defensive work of Richie Munchout. Driven to touch too, and the calls for celebrations for the visiting team. Deserve it as well.
Yeah, good defensive effort there from the Penrith Panthers, coming across. Then Cougar Smith trying to offload that ball. He stays quite high. It's a big thing now with players, holding players up and driving them over the line. He tried to release the ball early, but the tackle was affected. And the Warriors are under the pump again.
No. We've made a decision.
Well, he almost got it back in field, didn't he?
Make sure we wait for the outcall, boys. Let's go.
Four
Here we come.
players driving him towards
Hold
the
on the line,
western
Warriors.
touchline was just one bridge too far for
Hold.
Coker Smith.
13. Wait for the outcall.
As Bloor steps in to feed the scrum on the 40-metre line.
Wait on the outcall.
2 tries to 0. Those tries to Brown and
Out.
to Martin Savage.
Thanks, mate.
Sam Martin
13
Savage, that
down.
is.
Hold. Go one.
6 short of the halfway. Penrith working it through Hopgood.
15 stand. Square mark straight.
Lackadaisical
Hold.
dummy.
Go.
But no one fell for the back row. Kenny, his first receiver, one right. Happy to soak up
13 off the ball.
one of the
18
carries as well.
Lock
He's
it
to
in.
ground just outside the 30-metre line. So great composure at the moment. Penrith, third on the table.
12, release the ball. Straight, hold.
We've seen finals football plenty of times as well. Mitch Ravel, jersey number 16. Again, a good run. There's Penrith setting themselves now. Great field position. It's Manny Luke. Decides he'll work it to the left. Beautifully read too, out wide by Ogden. Read the bounce perfectly, or even perfectly.
There was a handy set there from the Penrith Panthers, using that ball nicely across the field, left and right. They were kicked through, and as you said before, Ogden swallowed that ball up quite nicely. He's had some really good charges coming out of trouble too, Ogden. He's a slight player, but he's certainly one player who puts his body on the line.
So here's Kane Talia. Keeping him in good check too. The rangy standoff. A late kick, easily accounted for at the back is Aikens. Mid-air Goosey, and then he drops the ball back for Brian too. He's showing some great skill too, and he's away again. Well, clever footwork, and 2 is just too good. And away he goes. Brian too, the winger.
Happy with grounding, mate.
What a skillful player he is. And he makes it look easy.
Well, the bench are pretty happy with that, as would Brian too, coming up with a sensational play. Made it look so easy. Coming through, it looked like a pretty ordinary defence. Cutting inside Aikens, showing the ball inside. He scans the field, waits for an opportunity. There was, certainly between 2 big forwards, a little bit of a goose step and a palm off from Marmere. A very interesting try from the youngster and Brian too.
Well, we've already sung his praises, but he deserves another mention, don't you think? Out of the St Mary's club, he's just 84 kgs, but we've seen some very nice touches from him. And this time shows why he's held in such high regard at the foot of the mountains. When he made the initial break, I thought he would be accounted for by Lee Turner. But he was able to wrong foot Turner. And then, as you say, the palm off gave him that next little burst of impetus, and away he went. Not what the home team were after. Brian too, again. His rugby league stocks on the rise with another fine effort. So here he is. Of course, on his arm, you see the word ainga. This is the Samoan word for family. What else can you read there, Richie B?
Mercy was another one. He had mercy on the opposition, by the sounds of it.
This is Bloor. He's a good player.
He certainly is.
I think he might have stolen Tim Finn's hairdo from the 70s. Shake and shimmy there. Dino. And the flags are up. 18-0, classy performance. 8 minutes into the second half. Let's get another look. Brian too. Good play.
Very good play.
I'm looking forward to seeing some more of him.
Absolutely.
There's a lot to like.
I just wonder too with the Warriors, they just need a try. They just need to get one over the line, and then you feel that the momentum will change. Certainly this team is capable of scoring tries.
Yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the guts for them at the moment, though, that try. They really needed to score early in the second half themselves and give themselves a bit of a chance. 18-0, 3 tries, and good ones as well.
18 now, square, hold.
Centre field, 25. And you just get the feeling now with plenty of possession, and they've had a stack of ball. There's no doubt about that. Penrith have had the ball 64% of the time, so the Warriors have been on the back foot for most of the game.
Go 3, 12, 12, 11, you need to play.
Literally, they haven't had to put on too many more tackles. 201 against 195, but the missed tackles now starting to mount. 23 missed tackles for the home team. Showing it with a little dummy is Mitch Revel.
Last 17 off the arm. Marcus.
Right out in front now. And fine distribution today from Luke. A little left footer from Martin Savage. It's a good way to return the football as well. And Israel Ogden, I like the way he carries. Onto Popeye Leakey. He's a potent force as well. Had a little possession. Well, I suppose the possession count, 36%, would indicate why.
19 up.
It's another run from Ogden. He's getting involved.
That's the sort of inspiring run that is needed here for Grant Pocklington's squad. Leave nothing in the tank. Seal pushes his way forward again. Can the Warriors get across the line and just spark a bit of a mini revival? Here's the kick. Deep it is. Aikens has been steady.
Stand now. Here we are, here we are.
Good play from the New Zealand ball fullback for Penrith.
He's been impressive, that Daniel Brown. Every time he carries that ball, he always gets through the first and second defender. Scored a ton of tries, but very impressed.
Daniel Brown won't let you down.
Chanel stay. Square 7. Hold.
That's him in shot. But the Penrith Panthers, again, setting themselves. Ominous signs, too. They look very composed.
18, wait here.
Working to good structures. Their coach, David Tangata-Tor, has got to be happy with the way they've been going so far. Mitch Revel.
Release. Last tackle. Last.
So here's the kick. Blaw punches it deep.
I'm good, mate.
South. Where it's taken by Mark Graham.
Hold! Release 9. Hold. Go 1.
Chilly old night here in Auckland City.
Up together.
The impressive youngster from the right edge brings it across Israel Ogden. Popeye Leakey, the double banger. Lots to like about the attitude that the outside men are displaying, and they really do need to boost the forwards. At the moment, a little bit flat. Chris Seal says, well, give me the ball. I'll have a go as well.
16 arms away. Here it is.
Mandy Warringah knocking over Penrith last start, although Brown, as you mentioned, was one of the best. He scored 2 tries, Richie.
Geez, I'd like to see a pass on the end of his run sometimes, Chris Seal. He runs so strongly. He draws in players when he runs direct, and these opportunities on the edges, if someone can just push up and support.
Just on the line with the foot. Wait for the
tap. To our viewers in Sydney. You're enjoying the action at the foot of the mountains.
Wait!
12 metres out from the try line. Can the Warriors force themselves across the line? This is a bold carry as well, with the big number 18 charging his way forward.
Go.
Out the back to Kinesi now.
Stand up, Panthers, up! 1 foot, hold. Still can't light it.
Troy Pulapaki looked as though he had some intention there and running with a bit of sting, bit of fire in his belly, and that's what's needed here at the moment.
When you're ready, 17.
Sheldon Rogers takes the tap. Kinesi with the football. Wrapped up in the tackle of Jesse Abbott, who's on the field now, in jersey number 19. And the youngster, Rogers. Fresh back from Oz and up from down on the Waikato. As Talia is turned inside out and to ground now. About 8 metres out from the try line. And the fundamental error. Felipe Louis makes a mistake when the Warriors find themselves in pretty decent field position. The disappointment evident by his body language.
Warriors were on the 20-metre
Yeah, that was disappointing for the Warriors. They need to strike some sort of attacking structure there and try to get the ball over the white chalk. An unforced error there from Louis.
Wait for the
really disappointing for the Warriors. They need to really build pressure.
Hold, fellas. Yeah,
they have to concentrate hard here on their defensive work. It's about to be fed in here by Sam Martin-Savage on the 10-metre line. We'll have a look down the left edge. We've already sung the praises of Daniel Brown. 2 tries last week and reeled in this time by Israel Ogden on the far side of the field. 10 in from the eastern touchline, 20 metres out from his own line. Brown plays the football. Wind-up time for the big Penrith forwards and a spirited defensive effort here from the home team. Jesse Abbott now.
8 arms away. 12, roll off. And hold. Here, 13. Hold. Go, 3. Straight off there, 8. Off the base. Come on, 8. With me. Hold, go, 4.
That was went to stand for the Mitchelberry Jets, where he played his junior footy. The kick is deep.
Okay, I'll hold the first one. Yes, mate.
Turner collects it only a few metres from his own line and leads the first line of defence. Couldn't get past the second. Taking the ground 20 out from the line. So the ground now is Mark Graham. Slow returns for some of the big men here from the forward pack as well.
Up together, arms away.
So often those who will be future employers are looking at your work off the ball rather than on it. And some of these young guys I sense haven't realised that. You need to lift their intensity. Returning back and to help out those attacking runs is important. And I think Winterstone is down in back play, about 30 metres from the Warriors line. Now here's a left foot.
Contact's legal. Contact's legal.
Contact is legal, says the referee as the ball bounces across touch on the western touchline here, about 17 or so metres out. And lady, the touch judge responsibilities today, Antoinette Watts.
Just wait a moment. Wait. Got his armour. Just wait. Just wait. Wait.
And a 40-20, Richie.
Well, a fantastic hit from Chanel Harris-Tavita. Equally, the ability to actually get a 40-20 on that kick that Penrith put through.
13.
I think it was from Dean Bloor. It was just a massive kick. And a great recovery there from Lee Turner from the fullback for the Warriors to get the ball back.
He's being treated by the trainer. We call time off. Player welfare. It's the best for you guys.
So the referee there talking with Chris Seal. Putting on a magic performance, already 40 tackles by Chris. And look how much footy's left, crikey. What sort of stat will he rack up if he's kept on for the 80 minutes?
We're back this side of the line, guys.
Winterstein.
Back here. They'll be tapping inside the 20 as a 40.
Obviously an injured shoulder there.
You're welcome to tap it just
and
inside the
player welfare high on the list of priorities for Anthony Elliott, excuse me, for the judge Phil Henderson, sorry. Anthony Elliott's on the side with Antoinette Watts. Damien Brady's the assistant referee today.
What's it?
But he finally gets to the sideline, it'll be action on. Harris-Tavita with the 40-20. Great opportunity for Lewis Seal will take the tap. And the Warriors 20 metres out. Kinesier with the surging run will take it to 10 metres. And the Warriors get across the line here. 18-0 down they find themselves. Seal inside for Chris Seal.
Release 9,
The brothers combining. Out the back door. Harris-Tavita across the line, and the Warriors look as though they may well have got there. Held up is the call.
Time off, tackle 3.
Tackle number 3.
Lovely little play there. Shape to go a little bit wider. But a nice little touch there from Chanel. And another error there from the Warriors when they needed it most. As I mentioned before, that was a lovely play. It nearly resulted in a try. Look at this. Beautiful. Chimes through too. Lee Turner comes through. Great defence there from Penrith Panthers. But again, another error. just to make it tougher for the Warriors at 18-0.
Les Canesi are disappointed with himself too, because they're in good field position, the same as what occurred last time they were here.
Come together, come together. Thank you, on the line.
And the Warriors
Heads in.
Wait till it's out.
really
boys.
at the moment the
Well,
architects of their own demise.
Hold in.
10 metres out
seven.
from the try line. Scrum feed time.
In 7.
Bloor, exceptional game
Out.
from him.
I'll hold the first one.
11 tackles. We don't keep running metre stats here in the under 20s, but the ball has been lost. And it's actually been stripped, which is so often the way.
No, after the kick, it's yours. Yes, mate. 7.
Harris
Mark's here.
DeVita.
Thank you.
His game's been improving, there's no doubt about that. It's about game management, isn't it? Young players getting the confidence. Now it's been tapped back in field. And Lee Turner better watch out too, because up quickly Penrith.
Wait. Go.
So the Warriors, Harris DeVita, out to Cocker Smith.
16 out of it. Step back. 10.
On the halfway, Cocker Smith delivers up for Lewis Seal. Angles back on the inside to the 40-metre line now for the home team.
Oh!
Release 10.
16 release.
If they can just keep their heads about them, they might be able to do something special here. Each time they get close to the line, unforced errors have really cost them as Canesi gets a chance to make amends.
Arms away.
Well, his mistake a few moments ago. On the 20, Harris DeVita trying to thread the needle, and in the end it ends up with Ray Maroon.
Marcus straight.
Hold. No.
Maroon from St Clair. Studying construction management, the number 14.
Hold.
Quite sure it was the best option from Harris DeVita. And I guess the fact that Penrith had possession would suggest it wasn't. This is Danny Brown with it. Now down the left-hand side as they wind themselves up a little, Penrith. That's a good run. Oh, good little offload as well from the back row at Kenny. Good meterage at the moment.
Back and hold. In the middle.
Aikens again. 38 metres out from the try line. Jesse Abbott has the football. 3, 4 defenders, wrap them up.
Last tackle.
16, give room.
Possession still favouring the visitors, 62% to 38%.
Nothing late.
To Bloor, he sends it skyward. Everyone pauses. It's allowed to bounce. It goes backwards. I'll get another dig at it. No one played at it though, as Aikens delivers it to Bloor again. This time he decides he'll put it along the ground. It was nicely read here, and Mark Graham comes in.
Release the
The
leg.
kicker becomes the chaser, becomes the tackler. Skillful play from the 7.
Well, they just need to play football now.
Wait, go. 2.
For the Warriors, they need to really ask questions of the defence and push up and attack. They really do. And it's up to guys like Chris Seo, Kane Talia, Chanel Harris DeVita really to start to orchestrate some attacking structure here for the Warriors.
Stefano Haller across the top, 33 tackles for Hopgood. Kenny at the back with 30. The Warriors have possession. 42 metres out with the quick play of the ball for Lewis Seal. He's been very impressive, the 17-year-old. That's been touched. Now play on. Back it comes to Chris Seal. He's got the football.
13's in front.
It's been touched offside.
He's always inside 10.
Inside the 10.
Warriors, 10's back here, guys. 10's back here.
Very
Thank
unlucky
you.
there from Chris Seo. He's debating whether it was touched.
Warriors,
Ref
10's
said
back with me.
that he was inside the 10 when the kick was put through. Chris Seo was very unlucky, I should say.
No.
A great run from Chris Seo beforehand, but then he's chased through. Oh, he was ahead of the kick there.
Fraction
Probably within the 10, yeah. Very unlucky.
You know, hats off to the referee. It was well picked up.
14 off the
14,
arm.
stand. Lock in.
Wait. Go. Back at 1.
Ray Maroon is acting half for Penrith. Up by 3 tries to 0. That's him with the football. Bit of a darting run from him. Weaving. Slipping, sliding, ducking, diving, scheming, skiving. You know all the rules. 16 is Mitch Ravel
Chris,
on the 20-metre line.
straight.
Hold him, mate. Hold.
The Warriors conceded a try 6 minutes into the second half, 18 minutes to play. Here comes Penrith with an attacking raid down the left edge. Very nice. And Brown has the football again. But the pass deemed to be forward. And Brown has been one of the standout players here today. And one of your favourites, Richie B, denied another 4-pointer.
Fantastic too. It was pretty close. Maybe slightly ahead, but another attacking raid on the left edge here. The big centre. Fialo passing the ball just slightly ahead. Ogden was lucky. He gave him a bit more space than he'd want to, because Daniel Brown can score a try. 10 so far this season in 8 games.
Coming into round 19 of the Holden Cup, as mentioned, Cronulla and St George at the top of the table. Penrith, not far behind them, Newcastle, but it's North Queensland, Manly, the Gold Coast and Parramatta rounding out the 8. This team, Penrith, will cause plenty of problems for those in front of them on the table at the moment. And of course, they're all after that all-important spot in the grand final and the chance to hold the trophy aloft for the very last time. As we see the Warriors with the football. I'm not sure what that intent was there. It works out okay for the Warriors.
Relax, mate.
They will get the penalty.
Warriors, all inside,
Kalepi
please.
Louis
Onside, thank you.
seemed to reach for an offload right at the last moment.
Mark's here.
Maybe just a little bit lucky here as we look at the penalty count, 8-6 in favour of Penrith.
On the 40.
Possession still 61 to 39%. Completions in the high 70s for both teams. Top tackler for Penrith, Luke with 37, Hopgood 33. On the other hand, 43 tackles for the back rower, Chris Seal. The Warriors setting themselves now. Kalepi Louis comes surging forward with the football. 25 from the line. Peeling away as Lewis Seal. Out through Talia. Harris Tavita reaches behind to pick up the ball.
Off the shoulder.
Valentine Holmes, who did that so beautifully on Wednesday night, reaching way back with the right hand to secure the ball and the try. It's part of the victory for Queensland in the State of Origin decider. Now the Warriors with a chance close to the line. A spinning effort from Joe Vuna. Put away on the tackle of Maroon. Now just 5 metres out from the try line and make that, in fact, 3, as we see Harris Tavita showing some hot stepping and slides underneath an attempted tackle to get the 4-pointer. The Warriors still in with a chance. 18-4 with a kick to come from 10 metres to the left-hand side of the posts.
Geez, I love it when he takes the line on. His left foot step is devastating.
Now, yep.
And look at this. Kane Talia passing the ball out wide. He takes this ball extremely well. Left foot step, goes through, gets tackled. And again, he takes the ball on, but look at that left foot step. Bamboozled everybody, and underneath the bridge goes Chanel Harris Tavita. And didn't the Warriors need that try?
Very much so. And of course, if you look back at a couple of little mistakes, I mean, it's a game of millimetres, is it not? Harris Tavita just gives them a glimmer of hope too, as we count it down to 14 to play here. He's a very skillful young player. And now looking to add the extras. The man who plays his football beside him now was too wide. And from close range and with a chance, a very disappointing effort off the tee.
Just means that 60-40 possession right throughout this whole match. It just gives them some sort of hope that they can get over the line, because the defence for the Panthers has been extraordinary as well. So that'll give them a lot of confidence now. And I'm quite surprised too. They're being very patient with the ball too. The completions are high at 80%. You just think during that match you'd be throwing the ball around a bit more, a bit loose, but they've certainly showed an air of patience.
Manu Vatuvai Stadium, renamed for the evening in recognition of one of Rugby League in New Zealand's favourite sons.
Don't go in late, Tim.
Very pleased to be able to broadcast to you from this wonderful venue on this very special occasion.
Wait. Go.
35 metres out, and now it's Harris DeVito looking on the inside. Seal is a nice foil for him, picks up the football, gets across the halfway line. Bit more momentum starting to build here now for the Warriors, and it has to as well. They'll be disappointed that Talia couldn't have slotted that 2 points. It could be a telling factor. I know I might be building their possibilities up against a team that have been really good. But in this game, anything can happen. The Warriors will be looking for a turnover here, forcing some sort of mistake. Pretty solid, the Penrith Panthers.
It's never stopped for the Warriors too, the energy in defence. A nice little kick through, but you can see the line, their line D has been exceptional. They haven't stopped working for each other throughout this whole match. A really good sign.
15 metres out, Brown comes in from the left wing, trying to wrap him up to his Taylor Powell, who's back into the action. The defensive work really important here. Possession 42% for the home team. This is another good, solid carry with a whole lot of attitude. And that's what teammates are looking at. That's what coaches are looking for, just a bit of attitude. If Turner takes it, across the 30 he comes, back like a bullet to the 40-metre line, and a good kick return from Turner. 10 short of the halfway. That needs to be capitalised on, and again, for the Warriors, a little bit of one-out running. And the quick play, the ball is needed here. Coker Smith slides into acting half. He has the ball, up quickly on D, Richie Munchal.
Stand, lock in.
Don't milk it. Go.
Lewis Seal getting him plenty of game time, the 17-year-old. Remember, this is an under-20 comp, and a number of 17-year-olds. As mentioned at the start of our broadcast, 15 players unavailable to coach Pocklington through injury or illness. That's in what's been a pretty wide squad. Popwailiki is skillful, manages to get the pass away on the right side to Israel Ogden. He'll come back into the traffic and trying to step around one, make that two. Looking to link up, finds Harris DeVito. He'll throw a dummy, hot stepping himself. There's a pass, it's not flash, but it ends up in Seal's hands. Steadies himself and straightens late. Easily picked off as well. Right in front of the post now, the Warriors. Deep in the tackle count, yes, but giving themselves a chance. Let's see what they do with it. Harris DeVito tries to turn it back on the inside. And straight into the arms of Jesse Abbott. They're just trying something different, I guess, late in the game. You're entitled to do so, but that one certainly didn't work.
Well, he's trying everything, isn't he? Tried some options. He saw his troops rallying on the inside, so he thought he'd kick it through. Not executed right, but at least they're trying.
Trying something different. I guess the coach can applaud his players for doing just that. Seal, again, across the top with another tackle. Make that number 48 for the hard-working back rower. Hulla pops the pass easily too. Big basketball effort out the back to Aikens. On the far side, Brown smartly taps it back, picks it up to go again. It's a great tackle as well from Powder. On Brown, here's a kick. It's been touched by a Warriors player accidentally as well.
Scrum Warriors speed. Guys, just take a step back. 13 and 8. 13 and 8.
As we thought, it will be the Warriors scrum feed. Well, 9.5 minutes to play here.
Panthers.
Again, if you've just joined us on what's a double header from Manawatu Stadium, 3 tries for the visiting team, 2 of them in the first half, and the 13th minute for Brown.
Hold the weight.
And then a long-range effort after 20 or so minutes from Martin Savage. The standoff, 2 was too good. 6 minutes into the second half, and streaked away from about the 80-metre line and driven towards touch here. Well, again, the Panthers showing that a combined effort can pay dividends.
Well, he's trying hard, then Coker Smith. But again, numbers make a big difference. You can see in and away, he stays out wide, he stays upright too. And unfortunately, when you're that close to the line, in these dewy conditions, you're going to get pulled out. Look at that. Good technique from all the players from the Panthers.
It's the second time Dean's been called out in that way, so
he's got to learn to come back against the grain and
Reed, come on.
Get to the ground.
Let's go, guys.
Or go to ground, yeah.
No.
But he's a
Fine,
fiercely
in,
competitive
arms around.
kid, and I respect that. It's twice now he's
Speed square 7.
met his match
Keep vision on
as
this
the
rubber.
defenders have combined and, as you say, deliberately held him up and driven him towards touch.
Out.
It's been the cause of some celebration too in the background as they've celebrated their efforts
Up now,
collectively.
12, stand. Lock in.
It's Penrith with the footy
Wait.
on the 40-metre line.
Off the ball, 16. Off the square.
Lock in. Hold. Go.
So Hala has the ball and pushes forward as big men can. Look at this run.
He's just been a menace, hasn't he? Every run, if we had the meters to give you, I'm sure it's right up there and close to 200 because it's just been outstanding. And the offloads he's provided too for the second phase.
And he's showing some real guts for the toil, hasn't he? Look at him on top of him. He's go on, chuck a couple of bags of cement on me back as well, I'll keep going. But then he gets folded in half. And you wonder what it was all about.
Hold, Warriors. Go.
Big fella though, heart like a lion.
Penalty strip by number 10.
Should impress his coach. Has that been stripped? It's the call here. Right in front of the posts too, and at 18-4.
Foot on the
Almost be
line.
tempted to
1 foot in, mate. Sure.
allow his
You're on the mark.
teammates a breather.
You're on the mark.
Blore
7.
has been exceptional, Dean Blore.
Held. Release 14.
Big
Go.
number 8 to play it as well. This is danger time here for the home team. Sam Martin Savage,
Up now.
Release
1
the
foot,
jersey.
1 foot. Go. 2.
Kenny. Wrapped up in the tackle here of Kalepa Louis.
Release 16. Lock in. Wait. No.
Kenny's good, Mitch Kenny. The back rower. Blore. Inside, Izzard.
Thank you.
Held.
The captain is held up 3 metres out from the try line. Dummy half work for Maroon. Putting the kick in, and Huller is there.
Yep.
Huller is there.
Good, Deeps.
Happy, mate.
And that'll secure the deal. Referee confirming the try. For a moment, I thought Huller might have been in front of the kicker. Not so. And after that gutsy effort from a few moments ago, he is rewarded. A clever little kick into the end goal.
A nice little chip through. And again, he may have been slightly offside, but he certainly showed a bit of toe to get there. And he's been outstanding, hasn't he, Huller? And he deserved the try.
24 tackles, 13 carries. The best of them just a few moments ago. I'm with you, though. I do think that he was slightly in front of the kicker. They don't have the luxury of the bunker system or instant replays here in the under-20s championship. You're watching NYC action here from Manuvatuvai Stadium. It's taken a long time for them to secure this win. And this young man, comfortable to take his time, pretty chilled out sort of a character as Mr. Blore. There he is. Manuvatuvai, one of the best warriors of all time. You know, what doesn't get, well, I'm sure it will today be reflected upon, but it's his community work too. There are a few guys more popular. That endearing smile that he carries everywhere, the shiny gold teeth, which make kids all across New Zealand smile. You see, you can find gold in a vein and you can find gold in a reef, but you'll never find more gold than you'll find in Manuvatuivai's.
Basil Beefs.
That's it, mate. It's an old one. He's a cool dude.
He is a cool dude.
This guy's a pretty cool dude too. Extras from Dino, 5 minutes to play. Solid performance from the team running third in the comp. There he is. Mr. Huller. He's been good too. Of course, he is a junior kangaroo as well. Stefano Huller. 110 kg.
Stay on.
Solid unit.
Righto, mate.
And willing to get involved in the tough stuff. I'm impressed with young Seal. There's Lewis Seal, 31 tackles. And stepping in for in Aidan Eklund's absence. A little bit of a knock on there.
Leave it. 13, easy.
Seals just worked himself to a standstill again today.
We have a scrum.
Captain Courageous, 51 tackles.
Outstanding, isn't it? 15 hit-ups at that as well. 51 tackles.
Come
Effort
in,
there
guys. Bend
from
your
their
backs.
captain.
Bend your backs. Heads in, Panthers. All in 6. 6 foot ball in. Wait, let's out.
Well, you know, sometimes in these tackles, everyone's intertwined, aren't they?
7, get up.
7.
Accidental dislodging.
Wait, go.
But they deserve their victory here, make no mistake.
Release.
Go, 2.
Joe Vuna or Seal, they probably deserve another try to the Warriors. They tried hard. The scoreline perhaps doesn't reflect their effort. 12-0 at the break.
Release 19.
Just the one try to Harris DeVito in the 65th minute. Slight bit of hope there for the home team. For a moment, here's Kane Talia. Not one of his best games, Kane.
19, get up.
But he'll be back.
Go.
These are young guys on the rise. As Grant Pocklington has mentioned many times, you know, it's about learning how to do what's expected of you week in and week out.
Let go now,
Very
Warriors.
demanding on the body as well.
Hold.
This level of football,
Hold 8.
the travel back and forth across the
16, you're
Tasman,
offside. Thank you.
the hotel rooms and hotel food and accommodation.
Hold.
You know, there's a lot to learn about being a pro player. And some of these guys will go on with it, convert this opportunity in the under-20s into fully fledged professional rugby league careers. Others
Number
won't.
12 on the ground here.
Tackle 3.
At least they can say they've played in some of the top venues in Australasia. And it's certainly been a pleasure watching some of these young guys go for it in the Holden Cup and its predecessor, the Toyota Cup. So settling things down now as we count it down to full time. Of course, the big game coming up with an 8 o'clock local time kickoff with Glenn Lama, DJ as well, Monty.
Where you are,
It's been a solid performance here from the Penrith Panthers. Whose player have you enjoyed most from their squad, Richie?
Well, I've
Keep our focus.
thoroughly enjoyed Dean Blore, his ability to use that ball and cart that ball around, and he looks very, he's got a lot of time with the ball. Daniel Brown, I thought the winger has been exceptional too. I thought the workload right across Tom Skinner and Stefano Halla, I think they've been fantastic, the bookends and their back row, and even their bench players coming off. I think they've spread the workload around, and I think it's been exceptional. It's a very good team effort there from the Penrith Panthers.
About to get it underway as we head towards the full-time hooter, 2.5 to play. Here's your try scorer, Hulla. Oz Schoolboy, so Dean Blore. There's some highly regarded talent here when the Panthers
14 out.
strip.
Square out marker.
Hold. Hold. Go.
Slow to his feet, the outside man. Hulla backs up with another charging run.
Still 4.
Hit there by Troy Pulapaki. Back to Maroon.
Backwards. Play on.
And now
Play
with
on.
the
Still 4.
game in the bag, a willingness to give the ball some
Here we are,
air.
Warriors.
20 metres out from the try line now. And another penalty. 34 missed tackles for the home team. Tackles made, 314, plays 300. Certainly the possession stat has favoured Penrith from the get-go. Hovering around 60% to 40, so it's been awkward for the home team.
You have the mark, 14. You have the mark, mate.
Ray Maroon. Out he comes on to Jesse Abbott.
Up now, 8.
8 out.
Here we are,
Lock in.
Chris. Go.
15 from the line. Still with a chance to get across the line, I might add. Here's the skipper, Izzard.
Up
11
now.
off the hips.
Go.
An impressive showing from the team
Make
third
sure
on
you
the
square.
table. They'll be satisfied with their work and their trip across the Tasman.
Surrender.
With the replacement, Rake gets involved. The Warriors at threat of conceding another. With the dancing feet of Sammy Martin Savage. And just looking for the break and then capitalising and slicing through one of your favourites, Richie B.
Well, isn't it nice when you you're chiming across the line and you see a little door opening and away he goes. Opportunities. A good scoreline there for Penrith Panthers. Just look at that. They're just looking for a break in the defensive line. You can see him darting across here. And then last minute just puts his foot down and gets through. A very good try.
Well, the big man has really made the defensive line look a bit ordinary, hasn't he? And throws a little dummy and straightens Tommy Skinner. And the big number 8 is in to score just to the right-hand side of the post. Good reward for him. Just waiting for the hooter to wrap it all up. The scoreline slightly embarrassing now for the home team. 12-0 up, the Penrith Panthers at half-time. Skinner wraps it up 2, and Hala scored in the second half. But for the home team, well, it just wasn't to be here this evening. They battled against the possession stat. Really couldn't get themselves into the game. But that's credit to the Penrith Panthers, who have made tonight Manu Vatuvei Stadium their own. And Dean Blore will look to add the extras. He's had a very, very strong game, Blore. And here he comes, 28-4. What a solid performance from the Penrith Panthers here in the NYC, at Manu Vatuvei Stadium. This kick will wrap it up. At the end, though, will it be 28 or 30? Here we go with the kick, and Blore. He strikes it, he misses it. The Penrith Panthers win this one, round 19 of the NYC at Manu Vatuvei Stadium. Full-time score, 28-4, Penrith beat the Warriors.